Hello folks, we're back again, and today we're going to do a playthrough of Monster Hunter World.
I'm so excited.
Which box set is this?
This is the Ancient Forest.
Ancient Forest.
Base set.
And you can tell it's an ancient forest because there's lots of trees and they're all very old.
Fauna, yes. Yeah. Ancient, yeah.
So we're playing what looks like a really angry porcupine, or
yeah, it's an electric squirrel.
Electric beaver,
pretty nasty quills. Yeah.
Oh, it does look like a flying squirrel.
Yeah, yeah, and he does. He's called the Tobi-Kadachi.
Tobi-Kadachi.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's pretty cool. He jumps around a lot, so be prepared for him to kind of just be all over the place.
Okay.
Like a squirrel would be if you were chasing after it with a giant sword.
So you received this a few weeks ago. He's played it. He's played it a few times. Yeah, a few times. So we're not going for 100% accuracy. If you're watching this because you'd like to learn how to play, you will probably get something out of this. I'm trying to film this in a way that you will. But he's going to kind of reteach me because I played it like one time before. He's going to sort of reteach me as we go through this first turn, and then we're just going to play it. And we're skipping the kind of run through what this game's about. I'm going to assume that most of you know what this game's about and stuff and just want to see it played. So we're going to do that and just start right away.
I feel 90% positive I've got most of the rules down. It's pretty heavy, so we may, slip up on a couple things here, but we're not going to focus on that too much.
This is kind of complex, and to me, some of the things didn't mesh. Like, I had trouble, visualizing some of the concepts last time we played. So, but we'll see if it, like, the second playthrough makes it a little bit simpler. The thing with this too is if you see a mistake or you notice something because you're learning to play it and you see something that we've missed, feel free to comment down below and I'll pin the comments that are really useful and stuff, or maybe make a conglomeration of comments. So I really appreciate it if you just let us know. And click like if you appreciate the effort that goes into making one of these videos. It's not easy. All right.
I'll also point out we're not playing a campaign setting here. This is just going to be a one-time run-through of what is called an arena battle, where you are given a prescribed set of gear and cards, and you just go at the monster. So we're not going to do all the hunting around in the woods to try to find potions and whatnot. We're just going to start with a prescribed list of things. So.
All right. So that does have a mode where you'd maybe start with maybe a smaller creature or something, and then you kind of work your way up.
Yeah, and when the campaign mode, when you're fighting those smaller creatures, you're gathering bones and skin and hide and whatnot, and then you're actually crafting weapons that maybe give you different abilities that may be more or less helpful for fighting future monsters down the road. In this particular set, they kind of give you just a default. Not any really helpful super stuff, but also not any things that are going to super hinder you in this fight, and you just jump right into the action with a monster. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah.
So that's the quickest way to get into the action.
Yeah. All right, so this game is completely driven by the monster. So we have the monster physiology card here, which gives us kind of all the information we need to know. If we get the monster to 0 from 60, we win.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got 60 health points on his dial here. He also has an ability here, each monster does on their physiology card. When you determine his target for any behavior that has that lightning bolt on it, which is kind of his MMO.
Right.
MMO? Multiplayer online game? No. His modus operandi, right, is to remove Tobi-Kadachi from the board, so he jumps away. And then place him on the farthest rock node from its current node without changing its faces.
Huh.
So the rock node, there's actually only one. This is the only rock node on the board. So he would jump to that rock in that instance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes him a little predictable.
Then resolve this behavior. Yeah, so he kind of jumps onto the rock and then he uses his lightning blast kind of thing as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what that is. So, and then this is his action deck, and this kind of drives the whole game here. So what this says is he's going to target the closest character on the board, and it looks like we're both 3 away. And so my threat is actually higher than yours. I have a 6 and you have a 5.
Yeah.
So he's going to target me. And then he is going to... let's see, range 2, which is the top number here, with a dodge value of 4, he is going to tail spin for 7 damage and lightning all around him, which is what that icon is. But then he only moves 0 spaces, so he doesn't actually have any move on this ability.
Huh.
So my understanding of this is he actually doesn't hit anything with that ability on this turn. So we kind of get lucky on the first round.
He just like spinning around up there.
Yeah, he shows up and he just spins around in a circle. Yeah. So let's see. And then two hunter turns will take place, and we can play 2 cards. So what we need to do is we need to draw 5 cards from our deck, which is located right here. And as you recall, we have a stamina bar here. And so when you play cards here, you're going to play from left to right. And they'll just lay on your stamina bar. And if your stamina bar is full, you can't do anything.
Right.
And we essentially use that stamina to evade and to attack. And to, if we need to dash, we can do that as well. So, would you like to go first? You'd like me to go first here.
How many cards can you play in your turn?
So we get to play 2 cards on our turn.
Oh,
for this attack.
It really is completely determined by what card pulls up on there.
It really is, yeah. I'll also point out you do have 1 move that you can use for free. If you'd like to move more than that, you can play cards face down on your stamina bar to run extra spaces, 1 per card. So, would you like me to go first? Just to get the action going here? Okay, so I'm going to use my 1 move to move to here. I'm playing the Great Sword Hunter. And then I think what I'll do is... I'm gonna move 1 additional space by dashing into this location, and you can be on that same node with me, so don't feel like I'm blocking you there.
Right.
Yeah. And then I think I will. Let's see. I'm gonna do a Rising Slash, which is this ability. Yeah. Okay. So this allows me to attack for 2, which means I'll flip 2 cards over, and it's at range 1, and it deals 1 point of break. So I'm just going to throw that card over there. They're very explosive, okay? As you look at your cards here, it really doesn't matter that we keep them from one another, but this is when you try to evade, that's your agility. So like if it says you need 4, you would have to play up to 4 points in the top right corner of the card, right? This is how many cards you flip over to deal damage. This is the range, how close you have to be to the monster. And then, like, special effects that occur might be down here. So that's, like, break points.
Okay.
And then we put the little tokens on the different body parts as we break the body parts, if you'll remember how that works.
Yeah.
See those? Okay. So all right, I'm going to flip over 2 damage cards here. So that's 1, 2, 3. And I'm attacking his head, because it's his front arc of his body. So if you look at his head, he's got 1 shield here. So that'll do 2 points of damage to him. So we're going to move this down to 58. That's probably not what sound he makes. This is very cat-like. And then we're going to put a break token on that part of his body. So it takes 3 to actually completely break that. Yeah. And when we do break that, it will kind of remove like the armor that's on that body part.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same thing here. That takes 4, and he has got 1 armor on his tail. But this guy over here, if we hit him in the side enough, it'll actually, when he has a behavior with lightning bolts on it, it'll actually cause him to do less damage. So that's kind of his strong part, is his sides. You want to kind of be focusing on his head or his tail, probably.
Yeah.
So my turn's over. So I'm going to flip my token over, and then it's going to be your turn.
All right, so I've got
to... Hold on. Wait a second. Remember, we played this wrong last time. I'm so sorry. We have to flip over a time card.
Oh, okay.
So flip your hunter token face down, which I've done. Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of my stamina board. So that's going to go here. Discard any number of attack cards from my hand. I'm not going to do that because I kind of like what I have in my hand. Draw attack cards until there's 5 cards in my hand. And then you may discard 1 attack card from any slot of your stamina board. Sweet! So we're going to put this guy right there.
Okay.
Yep. And then if this deck runs out before we kill him, we lose. Oh. That's like the time deck. Okay. So now it's your turn. Sorry.
I've got these weird cards here that say demon mode.
Yeah.
But it wants to be in the first slot.
Yeah. So when you play those, it like makes you stronger. But it only lasts for, a short amount of time kind of thing. So it's like a burst of like power kind of mode that you go into there.
See, but I'm kind of too far away to take advantage of this.
Sure, yeah.
So I can move for free.
You get 1 move for free, yeah.
And I need to move. I need to get over there next to you though.
I think one of the things about this particular monster is he's very mobile. He's going to jump around a lot, so just kind of be prepared for that.
Yeah, I was just going to try to go in there and whack him before he got to move.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this one says I may move my hunter 1 node before draw. So is this like a hit and run?
Let's see. You may move your hunter one node before drawing damage cards. If you do, draw 1 less damage card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like you kind of dash in. So it makes the hit not hit as hard, but you get to move too. So that might be a good thing to play right now, actually. Because then you could do that, and then you'd be next to him, and you could play another attack after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have one available.
So, well, I need to burn one. I have 2 of those. So I'm going to do this just so I can get up there.
Okay.
And then I'll do this blade attack.
Okay.
Blade dance. That's 2 damage, but it's going to be -1 damage. Or no, draw -1. So I just
so because you played an extra card here to move into that space, you no longer have to do your move. You're next to him. So I think you can just play this for 2.
Oh, I thought that this was like you're going to hit and then run back, like get away from him.
You have a good point. You may move your hunter 1 node before drawing damage cards. If you do, draw 1 less. I understand that as you're rushing in to hit.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong about that. You might be right.
Because if that was the case, then I would do this.
Yeah. I'm not sure. We'll play it however you think it should be played. If you think it's hit and run, then let's play it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'm just doing 1 damage.
Yeah. You just flip 1 card over.
I got 1.
So yeah. So since it's 1 and he has 1 armor on his face, it doesn't
nothing.
actually do any damage. Yeah.
And then I would move back.
Yeah.
Not sure how useful that was.
But you tried.
Yeah.
We got to kind of get lucky to get his armor off of him, before we really start putting some real numbers on him, I think.
I probably should have just hit him really hard. Okay.
And then you flip over.
Does this... should I have included something for my weapon?
I did it all for you. When I set up your...
That's all in the deck. Okay.
Correct, yeah. It's all pre-programmed into your deck. Now, when you start getting hit, / if you start getting hit, then these other cards will come. This is your armor. But the weapon is pre-programmed into your attack deck. I did all that stuff for you. So, yeah. So then you'll flip over a time card and do what it says.
All right, so... And the blue's at the bottom.
Yeah. Threat shift.
Flip your hunter token face down. Mm-hmm. Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of your stamina board. So this one?
Mm-hmm. You just discard it, so it goes up there in the top left. Yep.
Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. Draw attack cards until there are 5. So I could shift around stuff, but I kind of like these, so I'm just going to keep them.
Yeah.
I've got 3, so 4, 5. Mm-hmm. These cards I notice are real different than the other hunter that I use.
Yeah.
Are they really pretty asymmetrical?
Like they are. Yeah. Your choice of hunter really determines a lot about how you play the game, and they're all very different characters. They all play very differently. Last time you played a very defensive character.
Yeah.
So it didn't do a whole lot of damage, but it also was pretty good about like being shifty and not getting hit in the first place.
Right.
This guy is about typically about like lots of stabs. So not a whole lot of damage in one hit, but a lot of small hits kind of thing. So whereas I'm more of like one big swing and it does a lot typically. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah. So and then let's see at the bottom, all players pass their hunter token to the player to their left. So we're going to trade hunter tokens, which means now you have a higher threat than I do. Okay. Which means if we're the same distance away from the monster, he's actually going to target you instead of me.
Right.
So, yay for that. And so that's the whole thing. We're at the end of the round. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So
the monster's going to attack us again?
Yeah, and then our hunter tokens go face up, which is the colored side, and then we flip over another physiology card. Gliding Tail Slam. Okay, so in this instance, he's going to target the farthest hunter away, which would be you, and he's going to move 4 in that direction. So he's actually going to do this. 1, 2, 3. And then do you want to go this way or do you want to go that way?
I'll go this way.
Okay. 4. And he's going to turn and face. And so we're both kind of pinned in over here.
Oh my.
And then at, let's see. So range 1, he's going to do it's a 4 evade, an attack of 6 lightning damage. Okay, hold on. So this is one of these lightning attacks. So it says when you determine the target for lightning behavior, remove him from the board. Okay, so I think we need to step back here. So we were here? Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so when we determine the target, so he targets you, remove him from the board, and place him on the farthest rock node from its current node without changing its facing.
All right.
If there are multiple farther, okay, blah, 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 blah. Move any hunters on that node as if Toby can, and then resolve the behavior as normal. Okay? So now, he will face 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And now he's going to go range 1, attack 6, lightning damage. Do you have any lightning resistance over there? You do not. There'd be a little lightning bolt shield on one of your cards if you did. In front of him, so you can avoid the damage or you can take it. It is 4 to evade. So if you play up to 4 points of agility in the top right corner there.
And do you just discard it?
Yeah. You put it on your board. It goes.
It goes into my stamina.
Yeah. So like if you have 2 2s, you could just play them right onto your stamina board, and that would be enough to not get hit. And then you would get to move 1 space. Or sorry, you get to move. Might be the number of agility points. Let me look that up real quick. 33. Yeah, so if you play 4 agility, you actually could move up to 4 spots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But obviously, this eats up spaces on your stamina board, so you kind of have to judge.
So I could do like a 2 and take 2 damage?
No, I think it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing?
I think you have to hit the 4 or you take it all, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so I could play these 2 and avoid all the damage.
Yeah. Now, if it were physical damage, like non-elemental damage, your shields would come into play. But since it's lightning damage, and you don't have any lightning resistance, your shields don't do anything for you against lightning.
Right.
So.
Okay. So I've dodged around.
You did. So since you've played 4 agility, you can actually move 4 spaces right now if you want to.
So I guess I'll move up here into the. I'll move right here.
Okay. Now let me point something out to you here. You may not want to do that. Here's why. That's water.
Oh.
And as you run through water, it actually like blunts your weapons.
Oh, it makes some rust and stuff, right?
And so when you do that, and hear me out, because you may still choose to do that. When you do that, each of those that you move through, you actually have to discard a card from your damage.
Oh, no.
Okay?
So I could have gone 1, 2... I want to go to the forest.
Okay, so in the bush, it actually lowers your threat by 4.
Oh.
Which means you're kind of like hiding, so he's not going to target you as readily as he might somebody else.
Okay.
So, yeah, so there's a lot of benefit to being there for now.
That'd be a good place to run away to after
maybe, yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If he turns around and attacks you, I'll be able to get adjacent to him. Hopefully,
right.
If he gets, I'm hoping not to go too far away.
Right. So moving into a water space, it's not the end all be all. It's not the end of the world, but it is something to take into consideration.
Right.
Because you can always not do anything on your turn essentially and sharpen your weapon, which means you just take your entire deck and shuffle it and start back over.
Oh, wow.
So like you can get rid of that, but if that next card's a big damage card, you don't want to discard it.
Right.
So we get 2 actions, so we'll both get to go, and we get to play 3 cards.
Okay.
Would you like to go first? You want me to?
How do you clear your?
So that all comes through end of round actions.
Oh, that's when it happens.
Yeah. So
I've only got really 2 things.
2 spots open right now. Yeah. There probably are some cards in your deck that allow you to maybe remove cards from your stamina board too.
Going aside next to that water didn't really set me up for the next turn too well.
Well, we haven't really moved on. Would you rather go somewhere else? I mean, we're playing a friendly game here, right? Tobi-Kadachi might not think so.
I'll stick with my decision. Probably being in the water next to the electric creature is stupid too. Hey, I'll run into this puddle and hide. So I'm gonna. Oh gosh, I can't. I don't think I can be useful unless I run up to the water. So what does that do? I just discard something out of here?
You just flip one card over into your discard.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my free move and go in the water.
Okay.
And I'll just...
Flip one over. Okay.
Flip this over. And it's nothing anymore.
There we go. Hey, that actually probably works in your favor.
So
because one's out of there.
That's a free... Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this lightning stab... Oh, lunging stab. Which, what is this?
That means you can actually move one in any direction.
Really?
Uh-huh. It's in the name, right? Lunging stab.
Is it still adjacent, like over here?
Yeah.
So I could have, like... Well, I'm not going to worry about the water thing.
So let me point out something to you. You're on his side right now.
Yeah.
Which is actually, he's got 2 points of armor on his side. So you really do want to kind of be here if you can.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
So the front's less armor?
The front has only 1 armor, whereas the side has 2.
Oh.
So...
Yeah. So I'll
you know what I mean?
So, lunge!
Yeah, there you go.
Stab!
So slide over to the side and stab. Yeah.
This says draw +1 of these things if it's the first attack card I've played this turn. So, and
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
So it's got 2. So that's 1. And then 3.
Okay.
And
Then
then
+1.
4, 5.
So 5, he's got 1 shield on his head, so that's going to do 4 total damage. So he'll be down to 54 hit points remaining. Good move. Good move.
Yeah.
Now, you still can play
I could
2
actually hit him
cards.
again, right?
Well, you could. It'll fill up your stamina board. So that's a...
And I take a chance because I don't know if that's going to clear it or not.
Correct.
All right, so
And then if he attacks you again, and you don't have spots on your stamina board, you can't evade anymore.
Yeah.
So it's kind of you're gambling if you know what I mean?
I think I don't think I could evade with these little ones that I have.
You probably
left.
can't. You're probably right. It may be a good time to just kind of seize the day.
I think I'm just going to hit him again.
Okay.
Because these are both the same.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll hit him with this too.
Okay.
And I will. So it's 2, 4.
Yeah. So again, he's got 1 shield, so that'll be 3 damage. He's down to 51 hit points. And you also deal break damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break him out.
Yep. So 1 more break damage on his head, and it'll remove that shield that he has.
Okay.
So you flip your token over, and it's my turn. This guy, right?
Oh, yeah. Beep. I was like, where did I put it?
That just shows that, like, you took your turn. Yeah, you flip one of those over. That's right. Yep. I keep forgetting that. Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wiggly Lychee.
So in the video games, there's these tiny little creatures. They're like little worms. And when you like step on them or the monster steps on them, they explode into like a sleepy cloud or shock
really?
you or whatever. Yeah. So you flip your hunter from token face down. You got that already.
Yeah.
Discard 1 card from your board. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand.
I'll probably just keep it.
Okay. Draw attack cards until you have 5.
That's 4 more. Okay.
And then this is cool. You lucked out here. You may discard all attack cards from your stamina board.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm feeling better.
Yeah, so this particular, in the games, this particular worm, when you run over it, it like refills your stamina for you. So that's kind of what happened to you. So
What a fun little lychee guy.
yeah. Wouldn't that be cool if that was a real thing in life? Like you could like, oh look, there's a worm over there, and if I eat it right now, it'll just make me feel better.
They probably sell them in those vape stores.
They probably will.
CB lychee. Get that Delta 9 lychee.
I feel like maybe they're missing an opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a niche market, but
It's a whole new way to merchandise. They put them in those gummies.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter gummies.
Okay, so okay, I'm gonna do. I get to play 3 cards. I'm gonna tackle. So for this one, I get to move wherever I want. Right there.
Oh, we can move diagonally too?
Yeah.
Okay.
One note you can orthogonally or diagonally.
That's right.
Good. And then do roll 1 attack card here. So that's 2. I'm on his butt, and his butt actually has 2 shields. So that's not actually going to do any damage to him, but it does do a stun effect on him. So there's one of those guys. And then if we check his resistances here, he needs to be hit by a stun effect twice for that to actually trigger. So that's just going to sit on him until that happens again. And once we hit him again with that, it'll actually trigger a debuff that occurs.
Okay.
So is what that is. And you know what? While I'm back there, you know, we're just going to give him an exam, if you will.
You're back there spanking him.
Yeah, working on it. You know, I do have one move. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my one move for my turn to dash here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to actually use the move on this second tackle to go around to his front.
Oh.
Yes, because I want to be hitting him in the front so that we can...
knock that front off.
Yeah, well, ideally. This isn't going to do any break damage, but he has less shield there, so maybe I'll get some damage on him. So we'll flip this guy over. Oh, and it's not going to do any damage because he's got 1 shield. But again, it will apply a stun effect, and that's actually going to trigger his stun. So let's see. I got to go to the rule book on this and make sure I know what stun is going to do to him. On his next attack, his dodge value is going to be 1 and cannot be changed, which means to evade whatever he does, it's only going to cost us 1 agility to do that. So that's
oh, wow.
handy. Yeah, that's handy. So we'll put this over here again to say, hey, he's stunned on his next turn. And then it's the end of my round, so I could play 1 more card, actually. Oh, yeah. So check this out. This guy's pretty cool. So this is flip 1 card over for 2. He's got 1 shield on his head, so that's actually going to do a point of damage to him. We're chipping him away slowly. He's at 50. And then it says, you may discard this attack card after placing it on your stamina board.
Oh, wow.
So that just kind of goes away. But that's my 3 cards for the turn.
Kind of low effort.
Yeah. Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of your stamina board. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. I don't think I will. Draw cards until I have 5. Let's draw from the correct pile here. And then, during the monster's next turn, its behavior card has 0 hunter turns. Oh no.
So it just gets to attack us next turn and we can't do nothing.
We don't get to do anything. That's rough. That's not a fun thing.
Rampage.
Well, so here's the good news: is I hit him with a stun effect, so at least he's gonna rampage, but the evade cost is cheap.
Yeah.
So that's good.
And just like, look at him.
Yeah, he's just flailing around. Yeah. Okay, so end of the turn, we flip these guys up. So you'll flip your token over here.
Okay.
And then we draw the next ability card. So he's going to target the farthest away. We're both technically the farthest away here. So he's going to go after you because you have the higher threat value on your token.
Right.
He's going to move in that direction 3 spaces. Which way would you like for him to go? That way or this way? So he's going to do this then. He'll go 1, 2, 3. Now you can technically go into the bush here if you wanted to, but it's not going to cause him to not.
I'll just go over there.
Okay, alright. I think that's how that's supposed to go. Okay, so he's going to attack 7 to his front, 2 spaces, and this says his evade is 3, but he's stunned. So his evade's only actually 1.
Oh, okay. So I can just place 1 card.
1 agility is all it takes to avoid.
So I'll do... That's a 2. I'll do this one.
Cool.
So I'm paying that 1 agility, and it's all good.
Yeah. Now, since you've evaded 1,
I get to move.
You can move 1 if you'd like. You can move into that bush if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Okay.
I think that's what the logical thing to do.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I'm still in the front arc too. So
Right.
Okay.
And then, so it has 200 turns, but he rampaged on us last turn. So we're actually not going to get to do anything this time.
So the time just passes?
Yes. And we don't flip any cards, though, because we didn't take any turns. It's just him going ham over there.
All right, and then he just goes again.
So I think he just goes again. Yeah. That's my understanding of how that's supposed to go. So we'll flip this over. We'll get rid of this stun, because that's no longer affecting him. He's going to target the closest, which would be you, and move 1. Which way would you like to move here? Do you want to go into the water, or do you want to go to one of those other directions?
I'd like to go
like to your sides there, so you're not in the water.
Yeah, I kind of like to go like over here or something.
I think he'll go this. And then at range 1, he's going to attack for 7 lightning damage. Oh, we have another lightning behavior. Hold on. Time out. Back up. I should really read those first. So when he does a lightning behavior, he's going to actually remove from the board, place him on the farthest rock node from its current node without changing its facing.
So he jumps up on the rock.
Then resolve this behavior as normal. Okay, so my understanding is then he would look here. So you're closest. So he would move 1 towards you. And his move is actually only range 1.
Oh, his attack is only range 1?
Yeah, and it's to his sides as well, which is kind of odd. I think it's he's flinging his tail around is what it is. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
One of us gets to go and play 3 cards.
Well, I don't have
your call.
I don't have any super duper things to do.
Okay. Let's see, I gotta think about how I'm gonna...
Maybe I'll jump back over there or something.
I'll use my 1 free move. And then we'll play a face down card to move another spot. And then I'll play another card to move adjacent to him. I think... So I can play 1 more card is my understanding here. So, I am going to do... I can target his head, right? I'm not a...
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'll do the jumping slash, which is within 1 range. I'm going to do 2 cards. So 2, 5 to his head. He's got 1 shield there, so it'll turn it down to 4. Math is fun, so that'll be 46 that he is at now. And
break.
It does a break, and so since that's his 3rd break, that actually fully breaks that spot. So he no longer has any armor on his head here.
Okay.
And then this says if the attack card is placed on the 5th slot of your stamina board, discard it. It's not. So nothing I can do with that. Then I'll flip the time card over. Keep hunting. Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of your stamina board. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. I don't think I will. And draw it to 5. And then it doesn't have any special effects really at the bottom, so it's just kind of a pretty neutral card there. Okay. End of the round. So I'll flip that back over.
And mine never flipped because I didn't go.
Yeah, because you didn't go. And then we'll flip over another monster card. /swoop. So target closest. Oh, this is another lightning ability. So he's going to jump off the board over here. It's odd behavior. And then he will attack within range 2 with 4 agility required for 7 damage in a frontal arc. Wow. That's a big move because it hits that entire area of the board.
Wow.
Alright, so can I evade? Is a good question. Yeah. gonna fill up my stamina board, but them's the breaks. Alright, so I will evade, and then he will move back 1. So he's gonna go like this. And then we get 3 turns. And we can play 2 cards each turn.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah, my stamina board is completely full over here, so why don't you have at it?
We can do 2 cards?
Yeah.
I'm so far away now.
Yeah.
And surrounded by water. So I'm going to go, my free move, I'm going to go over here. I can't even tell which direction I'm supposed to face. There, that's my face. So I'm right there. And then I'll move twice. Gosh. So this doesn't count as playing cards to do that?
I think it does count against your number of cards you can play. That's my understanding of it.
So this would be my move.
Yeah.
I'd just be repositioning.
Correct. Yeah. And then you play a time card. Turf War.
Flip your hunter token face down.
Okay.
Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of your stamina board. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. Draw attack cards until there are 5 cards in your hand. So 3, 4, 5.
And then it says here, each hunter suffers 2 damage and the monster suffers 5 damage.
Oh.
Alright, so we'll go down to 6. And this guy will go down to 41. That's not a good trade-off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be my turn, even though I can't really do anything. So what I think I'm going to do on my turn, I can't play any cards on my board. No. So I'm going to sharpen, which means that I take my damage cards, and I shuffle them back together, and start my attack deck over again. Or damage deck over again. Alright, so that's fresh. At least I got something accomplished during that turn. Then I flip over a time card. Recovery. Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack card from the rightmost slot of your board. Discard any number of attack cards. Yeah. Draw up to 5. And then the monster regains 5 lost health. If no damage is inflicted during the next hunter's turn, at the end of the turn, the monster regains another 5 lost health. Goodness. Okay, well...
So we have to damage it or it's going to...
So much for the turf war that we just went through.
Yeah.
Okay, so now since both of our tokens are face down, we actually both flip them over.
Okay.
And we have one more hunter action we can take. Please go ahead, because I am...
You're still kind of stuck, aren't you?
Yeah.
Alright, so my free move, I guess I'll go closer. And then I'm going to use this lunging stab, which has a movement of 1, which puts me up in front of him. And it's got 2 attack, but it's also draw a +1 if this is the first attack card you played this turn.
I will point out, sprinting doesn't count against the number of cards you can play. So we mishandled that on the last turn.
Oh, so you can put any number of those and still play your...
They don't count towards the total.
Just your stamina overall.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. So here's 2 with +1 because it's my first attack. So 2, 5.
Wow.
And 6, 7, 8.
Wow. All right.
So all my big cards are on the bottom.
Bringing the guns. Okay, so he'll go down to 38 health remaining. And I think that will take care of the recovery thing, because you damaged him, right?
Yeah, that's technically just 1 card.
Yep.
Do I shuffle that, or what do you do now?
So you have to take a turn to sharpen in order to be able to shuffle that. Like, it eats a whole turn to do that.
So maybe... this card, and any 2 attack cards from your stamina board. So I could just
Yeah.
I could do that, and well, but maybe this will clear it.
Yeah, and so this doesn't actually even go on your stamina board. You just discard it.
So that just kind of goes away, and then I could just kind of.
Yep.
All right, so that's probably better than sharpening, maybe. We'll see. I'll have to sharpen eventually, and I am just standing there like, oh, I'm fighting you.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little dumb. If I just, you got a whetstone I can borrow.
In the video game, your hunter actually will like get down on his knee and pull out a whetstone, and he's like, shh, 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 and he like sits there for like a few seconds, like doing that. While this monster is going crazy. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So flip over a time card.
Poison Cup. Flip your hunter token face down. Discard one attack card from your rightmost of your stamina.
Nice. You're empty.
Feeling good. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. Draw attack cards until there are 5 in your hand. What's funny is that since I don't know what things do so well, it's like I haven't felt inclined to like go, oh, that's crap, I don't want it.
Right, yeah.
So 3, 4, 5, and really all the stuff.
It's
like,
all situational.
Yeah, it's like more or less useful.
Nothing is. You're not ever going to be like that card is completely useless.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's all like I don't need it right now.
Yeah.
It's the only kind of thing. And then roll a die. On 1 of 3, place what is that?
Poison token.
On the monster's psychology card. On 4 to 6, your hunter suffers. Oh my god.
Hey!
3!
All right. So, and so he's only got 1 resistance to poison, so that's actually going to trigger the poison effect here. Let's see what that does.
Oh.
I think it just makes him take some extra damage.
This monster's poison. Poison!
Monster loses 2 health at the end of its next turn. So we're going to put this little... Oh, did I not get a poison? There it is. We'll put this guy on here. And at the end of his next turn, he will lose 2 health.
It looks like boobs.
It does look like boobs. Yep.
These boobs are poison.
This is the kind of content
This is made for the internet.
Okay, so that's our 3 actions.
I'm leaning into my inner 13-year-old.
I like it. It's good. That's the end of our abilities that we can do here. So you flip your card over. No. I think you leave it down actually, because what that means is on the next turn I have to go, and then we both get our token back if I'm not mistaken. So,
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're gonna flip over another one of these guys. Backflip slam.
That doesn't sound good.
It's really not. It's really not. Okay, so he's going to target the closest. He's going to hit everything within range 2, or can hit within range 2. 4 to evade. It's going to be 6. It's a lightning ability, so he is going to jump to the rock. Boop. Jump to the rock. He's on the rock. And then resolve the behavior as normal. So then he'll face closest, which is you. Interestingly enough, though, this actually only hits to his sides and behind him.
Oh, so that arc is over here and over here.
And behind him, but that's, but
nothing in his front.
Nothing in his front. And then he's gonna move forward 1 spot. So where would you like to shift to?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And then we get 4 turns. Where we can play 2 cards each. So I'm the only one with the active action right here, so I've got to go first. Let's see. I'm going to use my move to kind of get into his front arc. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to use a true charged slash, which does 2. If this attack card is played on the 5th slot of your stamina board, you draw 2 more damage cards.
Oh.
So I get to draw 4. So that's 3, 4, 6, 9 damage. And we've broken his armor on his front. So it's just going to all get through. That'll take him down to 29. If if my math serves me correctly.
All right.
Okay. Oh, and we also forgot he was poisoned, so he's going to take 2 points of damage for that too, because he did his actions. So he's down to 27 now. We are past halfway on his health.
Oh my!
Yeah. So, and then I flipped mine over, and now we're both flipped over, so we turn them both over, and we still have 3 actions to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, my first one's going to have to be to sharpen.
Sounds good. Do that.
So I don't.
I've got to flip one of these over. I forgot to do that. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So my token would be face down. Discard 1 attack card. You see how I keep forgetting that?
Yeah.
You got to help me with this.
It's easy.
Discard 1 attack card. Draw up to 5. Okay. Up to 2 hunters may move up to 1 node each. So would you like to move?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to, but you can if you'd like to.
I'm going to move just a little bit further away, so I'm not the closest.
Okay.
Or in that closest range. Because I got to go hide and sharpen my weapons.
That's fair.
So on on a sharpen turn, I don't do anything but reshuffle these.
So you can walk, actually.
I could do that free move.
So you could move again if you want to. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to get. I want to get. Getting too far away is kind of tough too, because you burn your stamina up trying to get there. But I think I will. I think I will just get a little bit further away.
Okay.
Kind of go over here.
Okay. And then you get to shuffle your damage deck and flip it over.
I'm not sure I shuffled these to begin with.
Oh, really?
That's why I was like, oh, wow. I seem to hit a vein.
1, 2, 3, is that it? Okay, all right.
Because I remember when we set this out, you're like, shuffle those. It's like, okay. I'll do that in a minute.
All right.
All right, here we go. So that's shuffled. And then we do another one for my turn.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Brief respite. Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack card from your rightmost. I have none.
You don't have any.
Discard any number. I'm not. Yeah. Draw. Okay. You may discard 1 attack card from any slot of your stamina board. Oh, how nice!
would have been handy had you had any.
Yeah, this was the one you needed.
It really was. That's okay though.
Here, we'll just swap them with this.
Okay, so that's 2 actions. I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? Oh, okay. Yeah. So this worked out well. Watch, I'm gonna do this again because I have another one in my hand.
Just checking all the recordings are going. Yep.
All right, so I'm midway through an attack. I've drawn 2 cards. I've done 4 damage, and I get 2 more.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 damage to his head. It's going to take him down to 19.
No, 19.
19, yeah.
Boy, we could take him out.
We're getting there. We are. We're doing all right. Okay, so that is the end of my turn, so I'm going to flip a guy. Okay. Flip the token face down. We still have 1 more move this action, too, okay? Discard an attack card. Bloop. Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. Draw attack cards, so you have 5. Oh, great. All right, I'm stocking up on that particular guy. That's going to be handy in a moment. And then roll a die. 1 to 3, place a sleep token on the monster. 4 to 6, my hunter suffers sleep. Oh, wonderful. Just what I was hoping for. So what happens when I fall asleep?
Don't fall asleep.
I know. I went and got an energy drink before I came over here with the hopes that I would fend that off, and apparently it didn't work. You can't place attack cards on your stamina board to attack, move, or dodge until the end of the next turn. Rot-row, Raggy. That is no bueno.
So you just passed out.
I'm asleep. Yeah. Yep. All right. So both of our tokens are flipped over, so we flip them back up.
Okay. And I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So
I wonder if that means I have to burn a turn. I think so until the end of your next turn. So I have to use a turn and do nothing essentially in order to wake up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I have the higher thing, so if I get up right next to him, maybe he'll attack me instead.
Yeah.
So I'm so that's that. I'll do, since I don't need to discard anything, I'll burn this one to get up.
Okay.
A little closer.
Yep.
So I still got 2 cards I can play. These would let me move. I don't need to worry about... I'm just going to do this one, I guess, to start with. So that's 2 attacks. Ching! For 2 damage.
2 damage. Alright, roll it down.
And then I'll just hit him again.
Okay.
For another 2. This one would let me move, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to stay where I'm at. So that's 2... 2.
Nice.
4.
So 4. Okay. That particular attack too would deal break, but he's already completely broken. So
right, he's already broken it.
Yep.
And then I gotta read this.
Paratoad.
Paratoad. What is that? Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack from the rightmost to your stamina. Discard any number of cards from your hand and draw back 5 cards. So 2 cards. Come on up.
What in the world?
3, 4.
I thought we were getting attacked.
5. He wants to sit on the back of the chair.
Oh.
Alright. He's the real Toby monster. Roll a die. Oh no.
It's a Tobi-Kadachi.
Yeah, Tobi-Kadachi. Roll a die. 1 to 3, place lightning on the monster psychology board, and 4 to 6 on mine.
Hey!
Yay!
You get lucky today.
You could always count on me to roll those 1 through 3s.
Yeah. So that's the stun token. He's got 2 stun resistance, so he's got to get hit twice with that for it to trigger.
Yeah.
So, but that'll just
and
stay
unless
there.
it comes up in here, that's the only way that's going to happen, because none of our weapons do that.
Well, I do have one ability. I think it's this tackle guy. No, it's not that guy.
But those are stars.
Yeah, you're right. You right.
So,
that's the paralysis, not stun. They're 2
paralysis.
different effects. Yeah, sorry. So,
that sounds really similar.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one I haven't seen before. It's got a little brown explosion. Is that like diarrhea?
Yeah, you inflict the monster with diarrhea. Yeah. I think that's called Blast Blight. Okay. So that was all 4 of our actions, right?
Yeah.
We've gone through all of our stuff. Okay, and you flipped the thingy, so I think we're good. So we're going to flip over to the next monster action here. Rapid Bite. So he targets the farthest guy away. So he'll target you, but we're both on the same spot. So
yeah,
this is going to end poorly. My understanding is we both actually do get hit if he's targeting the same node there. So.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to run 4 spots. 1, 2, 3. Which way you want to go? You want to go that way or this way?
Let's go that way.
Okay, 4. Okay. And we're... oh, this is bad. He's going to hit both of us for 6 damage with 5 agility points required to evade. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to just eat it. Because I have 6 hit points. That would knock me unconscious. However, I do have 2 shield. So it's actually going to only do 4 points of damage to me. So I'm just going to take 4 damage. Which will put me down to 2. And we also haven't used any of our feints.
Yeah.
So, like, in this game, you actually, you can actually, like, get knocked unconscious. And the game doesn't end. You just, like, respawn back at camp. So, and you can do that. You can do that twice, and on the 3rd time that it happens, you lose immediately. So
how many times would we get to go this time, if we get to go?
Just 1 hunter, 2 cards. And it'll be me, and I'll be doing nothing.
No.
Because you've already used your actions, so you're taking space down.
So I think it's like, I guess I could just dodge, but then that's not going to leave me with only one slot. Maybe I'll take it too.
And you have 2 shields as well, so it would only do 4 total damage to you.
4 total. Okay.
Yeah.
I at least moved 2.
Yeah. Hit points are a resource, right?
Yeah.
As long as they're greater than 0, you're good. That's all that matters.
Two's fine.
Yep. That's all that matters. Greater than 0. That's the only. There are 2 states. There are alive and not.
Right.
And so as long as you have hit points, you are alive, and that's what matters here.
Yes.
So. Okay, so it's going to be. I'm going to take the 1 action this round, and I am. What is it? Paralyzed? Is that what it was a second ago? I'm asleep. So on my action, so the sleep effect says I cannot move, I can't attack, can't play any cards on the thing.
It's sleepy time.
Attack, move, or dodge until the end of my next turn. So can I use my turn to sharpen? Doesn't say can't.
In your sleep?
It says I can't attack, move, or dodge.
Yeah, I guess you could just kind of like get high and sharpen your tools. I'm so tired right now.
So I mean that's it. It doesn't say you can't sharpen.
Yeah.
So
might
right.
As well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my turn to sharpen while I'm sleeping, which I needed to do anyway. So
then this is gonna flip up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Let's see if you get something good. Monster sleeps.
Okay. Tucking face down.
Flip your hunter token face down. Discard 1 attack card from your rightmost stamina slot.
I need to do that.
Discard any number of attack cards from your hand. Draw attack cards until there are 5.
Okay.
Remove 1
I'd
broken
need to.
thing from each monster body part that isn't broken. The monster recovers 5 health.
So he actually doesn't have any gray broken parts, and this is fully broken, so it can't be recovered. But he does recover 5 health here, so he goes up to 18.
That's good. We weren't chipping away at some other one then.
Yes.
Doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. I got sharpened, got rid of my sleep. We're both flipped over, so we can flip those back over now. And then it'll be back to monster turn. So he's going to target the closest. Move 2. 1, 2.
He keeps pushing us back into that corner.
Yeah, he does. Within range 1, he's going to attack for 7 with 5 agility required to dodge. Oh, and it also inflicts the paralyze effect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what those little lightning bolts are?
Yeah.
So you need 5?
Yeah. I think it's been nice knowing you. Because I think I am going down.
I'll be able to dodge that.
Okay. Wow, you have 2 cards with 3 agility on them.
I have 3 of them.
I haven't seen any with 3. I guess I'm carrying this big sword and.
Like to move it.
Yeah, you do like to.
We like to move it.
So you're gonna dodge. So do you want to move up to 6 spaces? Because you can.
Sure. I can't move through him, right?
No, you
1,
can't move
2,
into the space
3,
that he's
4,
in.
5. But I can just go. Be like. Wait. So is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
I think since you're here, if you want to get next to him, behind him, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
See how I did that?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm gonna die on my turn. So I think what happens is when you faint, you remove yourself from the board. Your stamina gets reset. Everything essentially just gets reset. So I think those guys go there.
So in the game
here.
Monster Hunter, the video game, this would be your respawn?
Yeah, this is like you died, you get your second life kind of thing. Yeah. And then I have to go to.
It's just like real life.
It is, yes. It's if you're getting reincarnated, essentially, right?
For Buddhists,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
how I go.
And then I don't think I pop back out until like it's my turn. So we get 3 hunter turns. So you can go ahead and take yours.
Okay.
If you'd like to, or if you'd like for me to, I can.
So does he have 4 shields on his back?
He has 2 shields. No, I'm sorry. He has 1 shield on his back. On his tail.
I want to attack. I don't want to go into the water. So I'm just going to... And I only got 1 card. So I'll just attack him from where I'm standing.
Okay. You know, so like in...
Am I on the side?
You are. So you can target either his side or his tail because you're at...
Kind of the precipice of both?
Yeah. If you can draw a line of sight to either of them, then you can hit either one of them. So, if we were playing campaign mode, you might be further incentivized to cut his tail off because at the end, once you defeat a monster, if their tail has been cut off or if certain body parts have been broken, you actually get special rarer items that are used to create better gear or whatever.
Huh.
So, but since we're doing an arena, you're really not incentivized to necessarily to break any body parts specifically.
I just don't want to move through the water.
I completely understand.
And I know that he's going to jump over here eventually.
Probably.
Real likely. So I don't want to be so far away from that. So
Right.
I think I'll stay where I'm at and I'll just hit him with this poop bomb.
Poop bomb. Impact double. You're impacting him. He's impacted now.
He's impacted by double slash.
With double slash. All right.
It's got a little brown explosion right there.
Okay. All right.
So what does the brown explosion do?
Well, so he's got 2 resistance to it, so nothing right now. But if you hit him with it again, that's when it'll trigger it. It actually lowers his armor for a bit of time.
So I'm going to put a little brown explosion on him so
Yep.
we know it's happened once.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I had to burn my other one.
Blast Blight is what that is called. Each part of the monster has a -1 armor until the end of its next turn. But that's when it's triggered. It's not yet
Yeah,
triggered.
if I could do it, which
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
So 1. There's 3.
So 3, and he has 1 shield on his tail, so that's going to do 2.
All right.
And then that also does a breakpoint to his tail, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chopping it down.
Yep. So
And then this.
Yep.
This happens.
We're probably halfway through our time deck at this point. So I
Flip
think
your
we're doing
hunter
okay.
face down. Discard 1 attack card.
Oh, this sucks.
The card from your hand. Roll a die. The cards from the time deck must be equal.
Discard cards from the time deck equal to the amount you roll on the die. So that, like, we're losing time.
Oh.
So in the game, one of the mechanics is the monster will roar, and, like, the hunters, you actually have to, like, stop and cover your ears. And, like, just stand there for, like, it kind of dazes you for a second.
What happens when I get to the end of my stack?
You shuffle it and flip it over.
Should we use the roulette dice for the...
Sure. If you want to. Yeah.
I think it has a D6 on it.
It probably does, yeah. Did you draw it to 5?
I got 3.
So, yeah. So, at this point, you would just turn it over, shuffle it, and then draw up to 5. So, the only deck you have to worry about, like, sharpening is your damage.
Right. Okay. I think I've got these all facing different directions now. Just the way I like it.
It's cool. It's fun.
Just the way I like it. All right, so 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Yeah, let's see here. We'll try the brand new roulette dice, which is guaranteed to make this take a really long time.
So the 6 is probably on the other side, right?
Yeah, there's a D6 right in the middle here.
All right.
Going for a 1. And we wait. Maybe we'll slow down a little bit.
I don't know. That might demonetize you.
Yeah. If you sing it perfectly.
Yeah, right.
So much so that 2.
Okay, so discard 2 time cards. Just flip them over. They're gone.
Yeah,
Well, we got rid of a rampage, so that's nice.
an ancient guardian. That doesn't sound too good. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so...
My turn.
Yep.
My turn. All right. I'm alive. I'm alive. That's a spawn point. You're just going to have to trust me on that. It is. The spawn points were here and here. So,
Okay.
So I'm going to spawn in there. And I'm going to use my 1 move, my freebie, to jump over here.
What's up?
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Okay, and we can play 2 cards? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to do an enhanced overhead slam. 2 attacks, draw an additional 1 for each enhanced overhead slam you play this turn. I don't have any of those, obviously, but it's coming. It's foreshadowing, boys and girls. 3, 5 total. He's got a shield on his rear end there, so it'll do 4 points of damage. He'll be down to 12. We're getting close, Sean. And then for my second card, can you guess what it might be?
Same thing.
It is the same thing. That's right. Enhanced overhead slam. That's the enhanced part of it, I think. Is that it gets better the more you do it. So I'm going to draw 3 now. So 1, 4, 7.
Nice.
Let's see. 12 minus 7 will be 5, right? Math is hard. So he's at 5 hit points remaining here. And then, time card. Time Waster. Flip your hunter token face down. Okay? I don't like the name of that card. That scares me. We're up to 5.
It's like when your neighbors kind of want to talk to you about their plants. Wasting your time. I don't want to know about your plants.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Yeah.
Discard 4 time cards. That definitely is not great.
Well, luckily we're getting... Oh, man. That's getting kind of
small.
shallow.
Get a little small. Get a little small. Well, we can deal 5 damage in 1 turn.
Yeah.
So, you know...
that's all that's left is 5 damage.
We're pushing it, yeah. Okay. So both of our things are flipped down, so we flip them up. And there's 1 more turn. Would you like it?
I can do another turn.
Okay.
Does playing this card count as one of my things?
Nope.
So I'm going to do this, which is going to clear off... Oh, that's the wrong... It's going to clear these 2 out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mistaken. That does count as one of the cards you can play on the turn.
Right,
It doesn't go
okay.
on your stamina card.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do that to kind of give myself a little breathing room. And then I'll do... I'll do this to attack for 2. Okay, there's a 3.
Whoa!
And a 3.
Whoa!
I promise I shuffled.
Okay, so 6 damage. He's got 1 shield on his butt. That does 5 damage to him. You defeated him!
Yay!
You slayed him! Well done!
I hunted a monster.
Here, we gotta roll it down to 0, just because, you know, catharsis and all that.
Yay! That's Monster Hunter. You know what? This was so much easier than the first time we played it.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Why do you say that?
Well, this makes a lot more sense.
It does. It does. Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess anytime the second time you play something, it's going to be a little easier than the first time you played it. But wow, what an enjoyable little game!
You like it?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's neat that it's it has a lot of mechanics in it, but it doesn't feel like it's a kind of hurt your brain kind of amount of knowledge to have.
They're pretty simple things. Like, do this thing, now do this thing, and they're all pretty simple things. So.
I remember my first impression of these cards is they were sort of unimpressive, but playing the game, I like that they're really simple, that there's not, like, I can get a sense of what it does in just like a moment looking at it, and I don't have to sit there and like really feel. And these things, like, I don't feel like I really used at all.
No, I think these would play probably a lot more into, like, we didn't even use our palicos, our cats, at all. I looked a couple times to use it, but I never felt like it was the right time to do it. So, but if you're playing a campaign, I feel like this area of your tableau would be much more, important. You're upgrading your armor and your weapons.
Well, you might be looking at what you need to do to make it better or something like that, or whatever the next thing is, and kind of examine. Yeah,
it's a little easier. It's a little easy to kind of forget about that. You know what I mean? Because it just kind of sits there.
And we haven't ever done any campaigns or anything like that. So, because time being what it is, campaign games are tough.
They are. So with if we were playing campaign mode, we'd actually flip the physiology card on you, and there's a reward table, and you would roll. and then that would determine like what you carve off of.
What is it? A D12?
Yeah, it's a D12. Yeah. All right. I mean, it's here.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and then each weapon has its own, like, here's how you, like, forge this into better things using these materials kind of thing, so.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And then you just build up better weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
So we would have cleaved off the 4.
Electro sack.
Electro sack.
Yeah, so that's the little, like, thing in the throat, right, that, like, gives its electric powers.
I don't know, that might be where
carve that out of its throat.
That might be where your electro sack is.
Oh, yours was somewhere else?
Yeah, I keep it other places. It's shocking. Thank you so much for tuning in to another playthrough. This has been Monster Hunter, and we had a good time playing it.
Absolutely. Fun game.
And if, like I said before, if we missed something and you want to point it out, just feel free to do so in the comments down below. We really appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up if you're still here, and maybe make a super secret comment like oh, Pecktec's a nerd. You can put that in there.
Keep your electro sack somewhere safe.
Yeah, yes. Store your electro sack somewhere safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. That's the way we do it in Tennessee. And folks, that's all we got for you today. If you'd like to see more playthroughs like this, I got a whole playlist of those. Over there's some algorithm thinks you'll like. And be sure to subscribe because I'd love to see you again. All right, until next time, enjoy your games. We'll see you soon. Bye! Bye.